free business classes or seminars, or sometimes you sit in those things and they throw 100 things at you and you feel overwhelmed, but as long as you grab onto one or two and follow through with those, and then the next one you go to, you grab onto one or two different things. So I really learned a lot. So we were struggling with some HR stuff as we grow. We reached out to a small SBA program and said, hey, you know, we're having these questions, these problems, what can we do? You know, because that's their job, to help small businesses. They put us in touch with an HR company, an individual woman that was really knowledgeable, and we ended up getting a grant for her to come in and look at everything we had. And she still comes in, you know, once a month and checks everything over, updates our handbook, making sure that, you know, we're in compliance with all of our employee documents and all that important stuff. And going to one of those events is how I came across that. You can have a mentor personally, you know, for your personal goals, but for business, trying to find somebody that's in line with what you do and how you operate. Having, you know, for me, you know, we have the similar certifications, both Marines, similar work ethics, both in the construction trade. Just having somebody to bounce those ideas off of is good. It's called Elite. It's a networking organization. It's a nationwide, and it's a monthly meeting of a group of veteran-owned small business and service-disabled veteran-owned small business. And what the board does is they try and call in larger agencies and utility companies like NICOR, ComEd, and say, hey, you know, what can we do to get you to use veteran business, or have requirements on your contracts to allow for the growth of veteran business. You know, there's a process to become a certified or registered veteran-owned small business. You know, we appreciate and understand if you were a veteran, but now you have to do the paperwork to show it. Elite will help you with that. You know, they'll help you with that process of getting certified and getting the proper documentation so you can say you're a veteran-owned small business. As far as like the landscaping goes, you know, we have a good number of employees that are licensed applicators and operators for the Illinois Department of Agriculture pesticide applicator operators licenses. For the ecological restoration side, we do controlled burns. So we'll call in a safety instructor for the wildfire training, and they'll come in and give a class here annually. But just continuing education, just going to these seminars and you know, going and learning. I was really involved with the work early on because I had a little bit more time. So I was able to build a core group of good employees based on what I like to see as attention to detail and doing a good job. And you know, that group is still with us today. There's, you know, employees that have been with us 10 years, 8 years, 9 years. So that core group is what I rely on to do a good job, and, you know, just each year slowly growing, see a new opportunity. Just have a business plan where you want to go, who your market's going to be, who do you want to sell your product to, know your competition, what your competition is doing and why they're successful, or why are they not successful. You're going to have some ups and downs, some learning experiences, some wins, some losses, appreciating the wins, but appreciating the losses just as much, and more importantly, learning from them. So yeah, I never thought I would have a need for a track machine. Oh, those things are expensive and you can't run them on asphalt or concrete because you'll mess up the tracks. As you get into larger jobs, more commercial work and doing more earth work and dirt work, you gotta have one. You know, working in natural areas, that's all you can use is track machines. You can't use any tire machines. So doing the forestry clearing, the invasive species clearing, it's a must. Just get the work done faster, push the dirt around a little easier, get better traction on slopes, and, you know, not spinning and rutting up the work you've already done. We got two track machines that are standard. As we got into more of the ecological restoration, you have to run the forestry mower from time to time, and the standard flow machines can't handle those. So the next track machine that we bought was high flow. So that way we can cover all aspects of the job. I think it was just a level of service, really. When I took them my 90 XT for the first time, I really seen the difference of what was done, how thorough it was looked over. And that means a lot, because as part of being successful business is just having reliable equipment out there and having no hiccups when you're doing the job. I think you've heard me mention efficiency quite a few times, and having good running equipment is good, and they back it up.